Hi friends, welcome back to Alaskan Homemaker. Today we're going to make some angel food cake. So let's get started. Okay, into our food processor, we are going to put all of our sugar that we need, which is going to be 1.5 cups of sugar. This recipe that I'm using calls for cake flour and superfine sugar, but I have neither one of those, but there's a way to get around that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to process the sugar in here so it'll be a little finer. So here we go. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to remove half of the sugar. So half will be about 3/4 cup. So that looks good. Okay, and for our flour, since we don't have cake flour, we're going to get 1 cup of flour and level that off. And then we're going to remove 3 tablespoons of it. There, that looks good. Okay, now we're going to get this out of the way. Okay, and we are going to get 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and put that with our flour. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to put this back in here. And now we're going to mix our cornstarch and flour with the remaining sugar that's in our food processor. That looks good. Move this out of the way. Now we are going to sift our mixture that was in the food processor through a fine mesh strainer. We want our angel food cake to be light and fluffy, so we're going to sift these ingredients right here. Okay, and then we're just left with a little bit of big grains that we're going to get rid of. And I've got 1.25 cups of egg whites here. Okay, so into our stand mixer, we are going to put our egg whites, and you want your whisk attachment and your bowl to be squeaky clean. You can use lemon juice on them with a paper towel if you want to make sure that every trace of oil is out of there. And we are going to put 1.25 teaspoons of cream of tartar. This will help make it light and fluffy. And we're going to put 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to put 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. right, we are going to beat this until it's all frothy before we start adding any sugar in there at all. Okay, our egg whites are looking very, very frothy, and we're very slowly going to add in our remaining 3/4 cup of sugar so that our meringue can get very, very high for our cake. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now we're gonna lift this up. Ooh, it looks really thick and nice. And now we're just gonna scrape down the sides and the bottom to make sure that everything is incorporated in there. Okay, let's see how it's doing. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Nice and thick and fluffy. Okay, so we're gonna get that out. Now we're gonna fold in our flour and sugar mixture that we sifted. Okay, so we're gonna sprinkle that over, and we are gonna try our best not to deflate this. So we're gonna go under and fold down. We just want to cut through the batter and preserve as many of those wonderful bubbles as we can. All right, and now we're going to get another bit of flour and sugar in there. And you can turn your bowl in different directions, that way you're getting different parts mixed in. Okay, that's going to be our last bit of flour to work in, or to fold in gently. And I don't have a cake pan that is specifically made for angel food cake, but I've made this before in a regular cake pan and it turns out fine. I didn't want to buy a special pan because I don't make it very often, but it is really delicious. Homemade angel food cake is wonderful. Okay, and now you don't put anything, any oil or anything in your pan because it helps the angel food cake to rise up. So you just put it right into your pan. Now we're going to even it out. There, that looks pretty good. We are going to get that into the oven, our 350-degree oven, for 40 to 45 minutes in the middle rack. So I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes. Our angel food cake took 35 minutes to bake in the oven. I think because it's a flatter cake than the tall, usual angel food cake. We're going to let it cool off and then we'll give it a taste test. See you in a bit. Here's our delicious angel food cake that we made. Now we're going to cut it up and serve it. I've got some strawberry that I got out of the freezer and thawed, and I just mixed some sugar with it and let it squish some down a little bit. So we're going to serve our angel food cake with some strawberries. And I made some homemade Cool Whip. I got some heavy whipping cream and put some sugar and vanilla, and I put some stabilizer in it, some unflavored gelatin. And so I'm going to use that on the top. And here's our delicious angel food cake that we made homemade today. It looks delicious. So let's give it a try. Ooh, that is so delicious. Y'all are going to love this recipe. It's so light and fluffy, and that homemade Cool Whip is really delicious too. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give us a like and a subscribe. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope your day is blessed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.